Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is me, Bhavna Bhatt, and on behalf of Kamikaze B2B Media, welcoming you all to the third CFO Executive Leadership Summit Virtual Connect India on the theme Delivering Impact, Driving Value, and Achieving Lasting Change. Well, the Kamikaze B2B Media, a leading conference producer with its extensive experience of more than 15 years in producing high-level conferences and B2B events, making them ideally suited to create and manage platforms that promote issues of global relevance. Well, the role of CFO has evolved significantly as CFOs are expected to make critical decisions on business performances, transformative projects, and strategic judgments on all aspects of business. The unstable and fast-changing economic environment might make the role of CFO more challenging. Well, this virtual platform will bring CFOs to discuss on how to be well prepared for future challenges. This summit, however, enables CFOs to learn and share perspectives from leading experts like themselves on the best practices for tackling today's opportunities and challenges, to engage in discussions with presenters and peers to think about how to outpace disruption. Well, we've conducted extensive research to ensure that the topics on the agenda are innovative, relevant to your challenges, and of course, thoughtful. In this 2020 edition, we have around 50 plus financial leaders who collaborate today in a day of thought-leading exchange as we examine directions from within the Office of CFO, all under the umbrella of riveting panels, engaging roundtables, virtual networking, of course. The summit will focus on driving productivity through people, technology, automation, and process optimization. We'd like to thank our partners, Intelligent Automation Partner, Automation Anywhere, Vehicle Leasing Partner, LeasePlan, and our associate partner, Tech Data. Well, with this, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our welcome note. This time, it is really different, limping back to a new normal. Well, we've got with us Dr. Ravi N. Mishra, former Executive Director, Reserve Bank of India. Well, a central banker for more than 3 decades and a half, Dr. Ravi N. Mishra was the Executive Director at RBI till August 2020. In this capacity, he was looking after the areas of supervision of banks, urban cooperative banks, and NBFCs in India. His academic professional expertise hinges on macroeconomic policy issues, regulations, supervision, financial crisis resolution, macro financial surveillance, and risk management. With this, I'd like to request Dr. Ravi N. Mishra to kindly join us on the stage. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. So as she has already told, so I have chosen carefully a topic that is called "This Time It Is Really Different, Limping Back to a New Normal." And why? Because there has been a lot of debate about whether each crisis is different from the others. That is why. The current COVID-19 pandemic has repeated itself in economic history after a century. It combines a simultaneous supply and demand shock. The field of effect is labeled. It is all pervading, national, regional, and global. Also across the population, poorest or the richest. Everyone is indoors. Everyone is suffering in one way or the other. Projected to last long. Clouded with a high degree of uncertainty. As per IMF's calculations, this year 170 countries will see income per capita go down. Only months ago, they were projecting 160 economies to register positive per capita income growth. Such has been the unexpectedness. The World Uncertainty Index shows that the level of uncertainty associated with COVID-19 exceeds that of any other crisis experienced since at least 1960. The advanced economies have been hard hit too badly. For the UK, it is the worst recession since 1706. In the USA, 36 million Americans have claimed unemployment compensation. And the best example to know uncertainties, central banks at both UK and US have suspended their stress test results to be made public. because the exercise of stress testing has become kind of irrelevant at this point of time. So that is the reason I call it as a really different this time. How it is little different from the 2008-9 financial crisis. Last time that erupted from financial sector, spread to macroeconomic sector, creating a vicious cycle to accentuate the crisis back at financial sector. The root cause analysis then warranted an overhaul of structural defects in financial systems, institutions, markets, and infrastructure. But this time, it is essentially a health-related crisis leading to an economic crisis, which will anyway lead back to financial sector crisis. Till the time a lasting solution to this health issue is found, which is not so forthcoming so fast anyways, revival of economy will remain uncertain. And added to this uncertainty, which is really, as per the literature, Knightian for the first time. A Knightian uncertainty is reflected when risks are impossible to measure and hence to manage. And why this has become, what has added to its virulence. So one thing I have observed is this catastrophizing has become a popular narrative, worsening the intensity of uncertainty. So there is a good term by psychologists, which is called catastrophizing, which means discounting the best and fixating on the worst, whatever the balance of risks. So this creates a psychology in human beings, which is called another term in psychology, a chicken licken. A chicken licken is one which feels everything bad, every time, everywhere. So it is a popular character who gets scared for everything, every time. And this is exactly happening at this point in time. Whether it is economics, whether financial sector specialists, everyone has become, is getting into the trend of chicken licken and catastrophizing, adding to the uncertainty. And uncertainty has made every exercise irrelevant or infructuous. So now, few lines on what is my view on the kind of economic recovery that will shape out. So you would have seen in literature, people are saying V, U, shallow U, or L, or W, but I vote for the latest one that is called K-shaped, K. And what is that K-shape? Two V's sitting over each other, following the contours of the letter K. Some sectors of the economy will recover very quickly and perhaps even go well beyond where it was. So in the line of lessons in macroeconomics, spending has been falling as the households and farms opt to deleverage due to weakened balance sheets. They will continue with this psyche till the uncertainty on when the health crisis will end, which will be informed by the availability of a vaccine only. And lack of demand will make some sectors bankrupt, destroying their long-acquired organizational and informational capital. And all these together will usher in an age of broader structural transformation, which we call in economic history creative destruction. So I view it will be as a creative destruction, which will create transformation all around in all sectors, including financial sector. So in this sense, I look to this seminar or webinar as relevant in the sense the role of CFO, CRO, CCO, audit head, as well as the supervisors of the financial sector will get a paradigm change. And how it will be done, how it needs to be tackled are the issues under discussion. So, and here another point for the financial sector, I will just flag here and we will discuss more during our panel discussion on risk management. It is really not a black swan kind of risk, which was totally unexpected and came from the blue. And some people are saying it is grain rhino kind of risk, means it was kind of prophesized, but no action was taken. So the intensity has become very good. And there are examples and proofs to tell that. I will not deal on that. But the point I'm making here is, so from 2008-2009 financial crisis, we indeed got indication that we should keep our house order in advance. We should be able to smell likely distress, potential distress well in advance, which ultimately means creating a sense of financial resilience yourself, not looking for the hand-holding from the supervisors. As you would have read from newspapers, the supervision wing of Reserve Bank of India has started it massively at their end and are encouraging banks to do there and do the same thing there. And here, the role of CFOs, CROs, and CCOs are very, very important. And this will help redesigning the architecture of very running of the financial institutions different. So I'll have 2-3 minutes. I'll quickly only headline the points I would have told. So what are the new and which requires a complete paradigm change is lifestyle changes by employees, customers change in attitude, means I suffer as much as others do, need to change in the operating environment, which means we need to rewrite BCPs for future. We have to redefine the risk appetite statement as well as control functions. And we have to rewire disaster recovery sites, reorganize second and third lines of defense, revive stalled plans to leverage technology for resilient systems, and controlling rising virulence of cyber risk. Each is a topic which needs elaborate discussion and thinking, thought processes in every financial institution of which CFOs and CROs, and I find they are mostly present in this seminar, will contribute the maximum. Rising risk on third-party service providers. And finally, creating a kind of self-resilience architecture by design so that in future, the virulence of this kind of shocks, if at all they come, can be handled properly, and we will no more keep on calling it as a black swan and try to get a pretext to excuse ourselves from remain prepared. Thank you very much. All the best for this seminar. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mishra, Dr. Mishra, for joining us and being a part of this incredible summit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to be taking 2 minutes and prepping up for our panel discussion on the other side. So once again, a big, big welcome to the CFO Summit right now, the 3rd edition of it by the Kamikaze Group. Allow us 2 minutes as we prep for the next session. Thank you.